Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history?
Hi guys, I'm Bibo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel again. Kindly, if you are new, subscribe, like and share. Okay guys, today I have this viral clip of a Chinese lady trying to lecture Jamaicans on how they are so ignorant on their history, on how Jamaican language is not an African dialect. Kindly have a look and then come back for more discussion.
Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing. A bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry, and this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. Fellow Jamaicans, me come for drink milk, but be there cocoa. It is abundantly clear to me that there are people who live foreign and identify as Jamaicans, but you don't have one of these. And while you're entitled to your opinion, one is a set a rascal does. So let me set the record straight. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny one. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay, you're welcome. We put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me, you back to the country for which you came.
Hi guys, I hope you have watched the full clip. Again, this Chinese lady goes on and say that Jamaican accent is not made of African dialect. I have this other clip of Jamaican lady coming out responding to this Chinese lady, and she tell us more about what Jamaican language made of. Kindly have a look and then come back for more discussion.
Caribbean of African origins. So what I found on Wikipedia mostly gave me Jamaican patois words. However, in the Caribbean, in certain islands, would use some of those words as well, like in St. Lucia, Trinidad, and more. So just a quick background. Some of those words come from the Akan languages spoken in Ghana and Ivory Coast, the Ga language spoken in Southeast Ghana, the Efik language, an indigenous language of the Efik people of Nigeria, as well as northwest of Cameroon, the Wolof language spoken in Senegal, Gambia, and Mauritania, the Twi or Tree language, a dialect of the Akan language of Ghana, the Igbo language of the Igbo people, an ethnic group of eastern Nigeria. There's also the Congo language, Mandinka language, Yoruba language, also from the Ewe and Ashanti languages, so let's see what they are. So we have Nyam, which came from the Akan and Wolof language, meaning to eat. We have Mumu, which came from the Akan, Ewe, Mende, and Yoruba languages, which means dumb or stupid. Juk, from the Fula language, meaning to poke. We have Jumbi, or some islands pronounce it as Jombi, which is from the Congo languages, which means ghost. Unu, from the Igbo language, meaning you. Patu, from the Ga language, meaning owl. Obia, from the Akan language, meaning witchcraft. Poto is from the Igbo, Akan, Yoruba, and Congo languages, meaning mud or muddy. Brichi is from the Igbo language, meaning noble man. Bakra is from the Epic language meaning white man. Chink is from the Igbo language meaning bedbug. Dukunu is from the Akan language, which is a type of dessert or dish. Some other islands may know it as pemi, taya leaf, blue jaws, conkeys. Aki from the Akan language, which is also a fruit and also part of the national dish of Jamaica. Adopi or Dopi is from the Ga language meaning ghost. Doti from the Akan language means dirt, sand, or soil. Abathan from the Akan language is referred to when someone is either slow or stupid. Konkos is from the Akan language meaning gossip. Kaba Kaba is from the Akan, Yoruba, and Ewe languages meaning inferior, worthless, or unreliable. Makak meaning monkey from the Congo language. Kunumunu means foolish person from Yoruba origins. We have Accra. In certain islands it can be pronounced as Aqua or Accra. It's like a saltfish fritters or fish cakes which are of Yoruba origins. Nenen, which means godmother of Efik and Igbo languages. Jinal comes from the Akan language meaning Akan man. There are some others I didn't include because of timing, so if you know any more, drop them down in the comments.
So much love to him. What I can really say is that we are so, as African, we're so proud of Jamaica and on my own opinion is that what I can really say is that many Chinese don't see themselves as Jamaican anyway, but many Jamaicans know that Africa is their motherland. We know there's a lot of investment that these Chinese bring to our countries, but later on they just take advantage of us and start misusing us. Yeah, maybe you can bring investment to us, but you can never change our culture. We know Jamaicans love Africans and Africans love Jamaicans too. Kindly, I have this another clip of a lady trying to explain more about these Chinese things in Jamaica. Kindly have a look and then come back for more discussion.
So this discussion about this Chinese woman, she's Jamaican, but our badass Chinese girl, lady, who feels that she should defend our Chinese roots in Jamaica. Hey, I'm not here to cuss out Miss Chin. That's not my intention. When I listen to what Miss Chin is saying, she has some point. But what I don't agree with Miss Chin with, and Miss Chin, may I tell you, say, me never want really, as I said, come here if have any problem or cuss you out or anything, like what you are going with. But what I can't understand with you is when some of the points you're making that, you know, Jamaican people are not Africans and that patois is not from the African language. And you're wrong. You understand? I don't know if you had problem in school. You said that they used to mark you. News. We have news for you. They used to mark me too. And for me, it's obvious that I am of African descent with my skin color and all of that. When you're talking and you're talking about you flip your passport, them and I talk about who born you from who born you. All of my passport, them in my generation, a Jamaican passport, right? I'm in Canada. I have a Canadian passport. But what I did forget to do is take out my blue passport when we have upstairs. And for your information, being here, we still can acquire our Jamaican passport. Right down in Toronto, there's an office down there where we can acquire our Jamaican passport and being dual citizen. So we don't have any problem. And when you're talking about how if we go to Jamaica, Jamaican government is gonna tell us how long to stay in the country. That's not true. When we go to Jamaica, we can buy a open ticket and go to Jamaica and decide when we want to come back a foreign. You never know that? Yes, that's how it works. We can decide if we want to come back or not, and nobody can run we out. You understand? So that's not true. If you hold a foreign passport, yes, you would want to obey by the laws of the passport. You travel as a tourist go somewhere, whether it's there you come from or not, and you would want to come back because their duration of time you want to travel. But if I get up right now and I buy a ticket and decide I don't want to come back to Canada, see how many months, nobody can send me back. Not no go so. You understand? And you know your accent, your your fake Jamaican accent, because remember say you not live a Jamaican either. You're there foreign. Right? So if you there foreign, what you are implying that if we go back to Jamaica, Jamaican government can tell us when we stay. It applies to you too. A foreign you're there. And I can understand where you're coming from, because I have encountered fierce Chinese people, downtown, when you keep shop downtown, or disrespect Jamaican people. And I mean, if you are Jamaican, I'm not here to say you are not Jamaican or not. You were born there. Your parents were born there. That's what you said. But make it clear, Miss Chin, my father never import my mother. My father never import my mother. My mother come from Jamaica, and we are African descent. Don't get it wrong. Yes, Jamaican people are African descent. We ain't afraid. We don't quarrel with nobody. We are okay. We're African and we love Africa. And you cannot, as a born Jamaican Chinese, you cannot dictate to us who we call ourselves. Me never hear nobody say Jamaica is a racially diverse country. I hear that Jamaica is not described as a racially diverse country. Huh? Where you get that from? All your history, them where you dig up and talk about our accent is from Irish people or whatever. And no, in none of the Jamaican patois you can find any Chinese language or any Irish language. No, they're all African, derived from African language. And let me tell you something, most of them were made up by the African people in Jamaica. Because, why? When the slaves were dragged to Jamaica to work, you see, the slaves make up their own language so that the English would know when they're talking what they're talking about. So let me tell you something. Word like nyam is a real word, and that's from Africa. It means food, eating. You understand? Uno. You understand? Mean more than one people. It can mean one or two. Yes, uno does stress. Yes, it's Spanish, but uno is used in Nigeria too as a group of people or one person. So nobody get it complicated and act as if we don't have no sense. And the one thing women know say you are really Jamaican is your nasty word and what you have in your mouth. If you want to belong to a place and if you come to a place, what are you cussing out Jamaican people for? And I call we idiot. Just because we're identifying ourselves with our motherland. And that you upset about? You depend news that talk about you are not Chinese. Yeah, all your talk say you're not Chinese and I'm looking at you. Me no see nothing else to identify you as. And again, you said your father import a Chinese woman, go get a Chinese woman, forget you as a child. My father never get my mother from nowhere but in a Jamaican. You understand? So if you're mad with somebody and the Jamaican people you're mad with, yeah, you said that they used to mock you. They used to mock me too. They used to mock the Indian people and call them coolie. Because anybody poop in a class or pass gas in a class, then say them. Everybody get their share of bullying at school. America, Canada, wherever you come from. So that's not an excuse. All you have to do is if you are defending something, you defend it respectfully and don't cuss out people and call people dongs. You know the sense now? You're really out of order. Alright, so Miss Chin, me done with you. I'm listening to this American brother who are schooling us too, telling us that it's because we live with country and with the abroad, why other people come in and disrespect us. No. I mean, everybody free to go where they want to go. Some of us leave Jamaica for a better life. A lot of my money is worked here and sent back to Jamaica to look after my parents, to send my sister them and my sister them Pitney and brother Pitney them at school. We send home money to Jamaica, and if it wasn't for us who leave Jamaica to send money back to Jamaica, I don't know what Jamaican people life would be. Even let me talk about my people. A lot of my money is worked and I send back dollars to Jamaica so that our economy can be good. So we don't need to be, even if you are an American, you are not a Jamaican and you are an American. You have to be careful of what you are saying too. I don't agree with you saying that if we never leave the country, this wouldn't happen to us. I mean, you the America. What about blacks for Trump? Go talk to them. What about blacks for Trump? All I'm saying is that when all of us are defending our territory and where we come from, we must be respectful. And there are truth in most of the arguments, there are truth in them. Because if I born in Jamaica, to be on Miss Chin side a little bit, I born in Jamaica. I wasn't born in China. I grew up in Jamaica. I go to school in Jamaica. My parents lived in Jamaica. My parents, I mean, she's right. She's Jamaican. The only thing is that she, me don't know what she really defend. I don't know what she's mad about. Because if she's mad because we are saying, rightfully saying that we are African and that she's mad about, I don't understand her. You understand? But I mean, everybody where you're born, you can't help where you're born. And wherever you're born, you're going to say you're born. There are a lot of Jamaicans who are born in America. Yeah, they say that they're Jamaican and they're American too. Or Canada or England or wherever we come from. Jamaica is a melting pot, but it's not a pot where, you know, everybody are going to say, okay, we are not Jamaican because we're not African, but we come from Jamaica. No, we are African. If we are not sure of where we come from, if none of us are unsure, or any of us are unsure, I'm not unsure. I am of African descent, and I am very proud. I love it, and I am going to say it over and over again, right? So nobody else who were dragged to Jamaica or were from Jamaica, whether you're Indian, Chinese, you know, English, you know, Russian, Germans, you know, those people that I know, Irish, you know, you cannot come to Jamaica and tell black Jamaicans that we are not Africans. No, I don't see your...
Welcome back again. I hope you have watched the full clip. And you know, when as Africans, when we think of Jamaica, the first thing that comes to our mind is that the culture of their reggae music, dancehall music. Us Africans really love the culture music of Jamaican. Whenever you pass in Jamaica, you can never... All Africans really love the Jamaican music, especially the reggae. The reggae music, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Banuela, they have really made that real strong connection between Africans and Jamaicans. So there's no way this Chinese lady will just say that the Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. Maybe what I can really say is that they are just jealous of how Africans and Jamaican, they are connected. The strong bond between African and Jamaican can never be separated. We know all we have gone through a lot. Back in days, the slave trade, all of us have experienced such intimidation. The slave in Africans, the slave that Jamaican have went through, it really pains us so much. So that's why these Chinese are just jealous of how we are connected. And another thing I can say is just because of our skin colors. As Africans, we are black. Many Jamaicans are black. So there's nothing that can separate us. Jamaicans, African is their motherland. So guys, there's so much to say, but kindly continue supporting my clips, and thank you for watching my clip. Let's meet again the next clip.